Thank you and welcome to the Tonight Late Elias show. Tonight we're going to talk about a company who is actually based in Houston, California, USA. It is listed in New York Special Exchange since 1964 and it is an operating international oil company. It has a current price of $39 and of course, I think you know it now, I'm talking about Occidental Petroleum Corporation. So this company is the third largest oil and gas company in the USA, and she has already more than 11,000 employees and a revenue of $80 billion. Occidental Petroleum Corporation is focused on oil and gas operation in three core regions. First, the USA, then the Middle East, and then North Africa and Latin America. And now I'm going to let the expert talk about it.
You have to do the expertise.
What?
The
Really?
expertise, yeah.
Of Oxy?
Yes.
No? Okay. So, what could I say about Oxy? Oxy is has a really competitive advantage, relies on its unique expertise to explore how to reach reserve and to enhance production for maturing and depleting oil and natural gas fields. Based on this know-how, Oxy managed to consistently replace and expand its proven reserves through improved oil recovery, strategic acquisition, and selective exploration. In addition to its oil range and gas exploration and production company, Oxy owns a large midstream activities and runs petrochemical operation through its subsidiaries, Oxychem. The midstream activities include the processing, storing, transporting, and marketing oil, natural gas, and natural gas liquid. And Oxy also is partnering with the giant Dolphin gas project connecting Qatar to Oman, and it's one of the largest pipeline across Middle East. Oxy also have a downstream activity, like in petrochemical. Oxychem is a major player in North America with a leading position. In the last part, Oxy is the largest natural gas and producer in California, mobilized in expertise to become the first producer of oil company in the Permian Basin across Texas and New Mexico. So from now I'm going to do a SWOT, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of Oxy. First, the strengths are that Oxy is a strong distribution network with a large number of outlets. They have a strong market position locally and internationally. It also have a low structure, a strong financial position with positive profits. It has a very skilled labor force and has a strong presence on social media. But they also have some weaknesses, like the over-dependence on the US market. They have a high proportion of property in the use by Oxy is on rent. They have a low amount of spending on research and development. They have a very high employee turnover rate with a very low employee motivation and working morale. And they also have liquidity and cash problems. About the opportunities, they have an expansion of operation in the Middle East to leverage its operation and position internationally. They also increase their natural gas demand on the US market, and they can help the company to drive the top line growth and strengthen the revenue contribution from the US market. They also have strategic initiative of gas project with Abu Dhabi. We would help it diversify their portfolio further. They have also made some growth in environmentally friendly products and services. And for the threats, there is a threat of new entrants coming into the market. Their exchange rate has been devalued, and the fuel price has risen in recent years, making inputs expensive. Also, the competition within the industry is increasing, and now more substitute products are now available. That's it. Remember last night what we did? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Today I'm going to divide my talk into 4 parts: the market penetration, the market extension, the product development, and the diversification. So first of all, the market penetration. The annual production growth of Oxy is at least 5% from the company existing property around the world. They are targeting the return on investment of a minimum of 50% of US assets and 20% for international assets, and they were continuing dividend growth we are maintaining the majority of capital spending in the US. So for the market extension, we pursue additional growth opportunities in Middle East. In Bahrain, for example, there are major redevelopment projects as a joint venture with Oxy. In Qatar, Oxy operates 3 oil projects with additional activity anticipated late in the coming 5 years. And the company, with the fusion acquisition of Anadarko, another big oil company, is now stronger than ever. For the product development, Oxy leads the industry peers its capital program effectiveness as measured by the equity market value growth. Oxy has one of the lowest finding and development costs in the industry. We also have, the company has maintained a low profile in developing its California shale expertise over the past 10 years while developing its production techniques. The company is currently undertaking a 4-year development program for its shale production. Program elements include a project of more than 15 in different areas. And for the last one, the diversification, the company are maintaining a low level of financial risk. They are a global leader with the scale and geographic diversification to drive growth and deliver compelling value and return to the shareholders. And they diversified their assets in the US by building 2 more high upside shale plays in addition to a strong business in Gulf of Mexico. You want me to talk about ethics? Okay, sorry about that. Let me just put her here. So, ethics in strategy planning. I'm going to talk about ethics in strategy planning of Occidental Petroleum Corporation. So, the belief in ethics strategy planning is an important consideration for upper management when setting organizational process and objective. Oxy is recognized by several organizations as a leading responsible oil and gas company that are considering ethics as an important strategy for future development. Now about the strategy of ethics. Oxy has achieved an excellence in sustainability in health, environment and safety performance since it's implemented and a long-term social responsibility in strategy. About the board of directors, Oxy is governed by the president Vicky Halub and have 10 directors on the board of directors. And about the consideration in ethics, as you can see, ESG performance of Oxy is above average and making special consideration towards this area in order to attract investors who want consideration in ethics. And for the last part, Oxy Corporation cares and make approach to social responsibility as much as they can. The main strategy is to change the bad view of being an oil and gas company and to appear as an environmental company to the society.
Hey Elias, did you see the chocolate?
Okay, so thank you everyone. The show is over. Have a nice night.
Audio Jungle.